Muslims, unfortunately, we are watching these events at home feeling weak. What would you say to a Muslim who asks, what can I do as an individual other than sharing social media posts? And
I think that the first thing is, the question is framed as if social media posts are not making a huge impact. They are. And even if that's all you can do, keep doing that. It's making a huge impact. When Elon Musk is under pressure from the Europeans to impose restrictions on Twitter, it's because your voice is making a difference. And what we're seeing today, Ahmed, is that the Ummah is mobilizing, it's shouting, it's roaring. When the BBC presenter apologizes for falling short of journalistic standards, she didn't apologize because the Israelis asked her. The Israelis were happy with the coverage. She apologized because the Ummah roared on social media. It showed the Palestinian content. It convinced the neutral that the Palestinians are the ones who have the just cause. And BBC received so much complaints and so much pressure from social media that they apologized. CNN apologized. Sky News apologized. When the MPs go to visit the mosques to try to calm down public anger, it's because of the ordinary Muslim who's roaring on social media. When Israel meets with the heads of social media to ask them to shadow ban accounts, to ask them to limit the reach of #Palestine, they're doing it not because they're worried that the governments are spreading that information. They're worried because the ordinary Muslim is doing it. You might feel it's insignificant, but عند الله عظيم. In Allah's eyes, it's significant. It is making the difference. Don't underestimate that. The answer to that question, the reason why it's not clear-cut, is because it depends on the powers that you have. I was speaking at a hackathon, watching many Muslims trying to create apps where they could identify and help the ordinary Muslim download an app where they could scan the barcode of a product and they would know that if it is coming from the Israelis or not, so that they know whether they should boycott it or not. There are other people who are making apps in terms of showing them a list of where protests are organized so that they can easily identify which protests are near them, that they can go and join in order to raise awareness. These are tech experts who are using their tech capabilities, using their tech skills in order to contribute to the cause. I'm not a tech expert. That's not in my power, but it's in their power and they are promoting that. My power may perhaps in front of the camera or the like, I'm using that power. Your power might be, for example, in your workplace. I remember I received a message from one sister who said that she was feeling helpless and then she watched some videos that tried to encourage people to do more. She went to her job place and now they are no longer calling it Hamas versus Israel. They are talking about Palestine versus Israel and they are holding sessions to learn more about the conflict. They are trying to open their eyes. She is giving da'wah. She is opening their eyes and breaking Israel's monopoly on the narrative. So the answer, or the short answer to the question is this. You know your environment. You know your powers. You know where you are in society. You know what you're capable of. Deploy those capabilities and don't underestimate what you think to be insignificant. For in the eyes of Allah, it can be significant. Remember when Abu Sufyan stood in front of Heraclius, Heraclius said to Abu Sufyan, who are the people who follow the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam? And Heraclius said, it's the lower class of society. It's Bilal ibn Rabah radiallahu anhu, the former slave. It's Abdullah ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anhu, the shepherd. It was these people who today you might look at, astaghfirullah wa iyadu billah, you might look at as lower in society, but they were the ones who delivered Islam so effectively. They were the backbone of Islam. They were the backbone of the entire cause that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam came to deliver. They were the mubashirin with Jannah. They were the ones who Allah gave them glad tidings of Jannah. Don't underestimate the powers that you have. Don't look at your place and think, I'm low in society or I don't have power, I can't do anything. Everybody can do something. Everybody knows their environment. They know their powers. Everything makes a difference, because what you'll find is, you'll find that even if in your striving, somebody might be inspired by that who is in a greater power, and they will mobilize, not because they suddenly woke up and chose to, but because they saw you who have less power choose to mobilize, and they felt ashamed and they said, if he or she is mobilizing, I should mobilize too. We are one ummah. When the right hand goes up and everybody sees the right hand, the left hand comes up with it. And then the head starts moving with it. And then the body starts moving with it. When we're seeing each other on social media and the efforts that everybody is going to, people are doing bake sales to raise money for charity. People are going out for protests. People are talking on social media. People are building apps. People are going... All of these things, when I see it on social media, I feel the juices running through the body, because I think, subhanallah, the ummah is mobilizing from Malaysia to the US. I need to move as well and try to do something too. And this is how we encourage each other in that which is right and that which is just. That's my answer. Do what you can within the environment that you have. Nothing is insignificant. Everything has a value. Everything has a significance. Let's move like one body, inshallah.